Okay, hi, good morning, Tan Sri.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right, thank you.
Okay, first we'd like to say thank you for your time. Can I just ask you with the first question?
Sure.
How does your involvement with martial arts started until today?
Oh, that's a good question. I can't remember all, of course. It started really during the days that when I was with the armed forces, because in the armed forces, training in all aspects, whether it is weapons or physical training, which include, silat or taekwondo or wushu or whatever it is, So during that time, I did encourage all my soldiers and airmen and seamen, to go for such sort of a training. It's a good exercise, and it will benefit them personally, and from them, they will also serve the armed forces with discipline, with good health and whatnot. So this concept of self-defense, whether it is taekwondo or wushu or silat gayung and everything, really started in my mind, at least during the days when I was in the armed forces. So when I left the forces in 1986, and then I worked with friends here and there, and then I got involved in the MTA, Malaysian Taekwondo Association. That's the time that I met you all. And then I began to know what you all are doing very good, from health standpoint, and the value of the that training is also has got discipline, all kinds lah, you see. So when people ask me, or the organization Magnum Cooperation Berhad, in fact I was with them, asked me whether I could help them to present, the funds, to encourage MTA to do various kinds of self-defense, and they appointed me as the chairman in that aspect. And this is where you remember I met you all at the time. It must be sometime in the 1990s, I think, late 1990s. Okay.
Okay.
Being in the army, any kind of exercise is most welcome, and I do encourage, even now, to my own children and grandchildren, to go for such training, whether it is taekwondo or silat or any physical sort of exercise, which is good for them. Any exercise that you do will keep you fit, and when you're fit, not only physically but mentally also, you're fit, and then thereafter, then you can perform your other duties well. Now, referring to the self-defense training that embodies, you know better than I, various kinds of silat lah, taekwondo lah, wushu lah, and all kinds of ini kan that you all are organizing. And I know that you have encouraged a lot of schools and maybe not enough. I would encourage them all, especially those who do not know or who have not participated in this kind of exercise. Go for it. It's worth more than money that you can buy, because health is very, very important. You can be rich, but if you are not healthy, what good is money to you, for example. So start young, even old people also, I do encourage. They do different kind of exercise, silat or taekwondo or wushu, whatever it is, in a slow form. But to do, I think you should, after all, you will benefit from it, kan? So that is the thing lah that I would need. And then exercising is one thing that I see, but to encourage the young ones to come in, you want to concentrate the interest to them and from them, so that they can represent the country. Where you can select the best and compete in Asian game lah, ASEAN game lah, Commonwealth game lah, World game lah, semua sekali macam-macam. So you can contribute towards it. So there are two aspects of such health exercise kan, the silat ke taekwondo ke whatever it is that you are organizing. One is for for health, for sports, and the other one is you want to train them so that you can get the best of those that you train and they can represent the country. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the next question, maybe we want Tan Sri to share with us, what is your vision in martial arts in future? What do you foresee? Your vision, maybe we want to hear from you.
Thank you. I will try. Like I said, it all depends on how much you, the expert, the professional in this exercise or this knowledge, how you sell it to the people, to the public, particularly to schools, to the young ones. The philosophy, the value of this is very important. I feel you need a good PR organization to tell, the aim, the purpose, the values and whatnot of this kind of any exercise, that will bring benefit not only to individuals, but to the family, to the organization, and indeed to the country as a whole. So once you have, expound this, propagate this in all sincerity to the people at large, and particularly to the government machinery and the corporate, I think they will say, oh my God, it's money well spent. Come, please, take my children, take my people, exercise my people, something like that. So this is where, you also have got to do some work. You means the expert in self-defense group. Taekwondo, this wushu, and silat lah, and all those people. You must prepare your strategy into how to win over the public, the people, and so on, to be interested in you. But to do that, you must know what to sell it to them, the value, and so on and so forth. After all, I'm sure the total cost that you will charge them for training is nothing for the benefit that they will get really at the end of it. So that is in it. So because of that, I feel this is one of the topic that government responsible, or whichever ministry is responsible, should look into it, study deeper, and then exercise it quickly, to get success out of this for the sake of the people. Okay, with due respect, I'm saying all this. Okay. Children, or the young people, or the young girls, or the old people, or the old ladies, semuanya boleh main itu mah. So they need this big group of people, including myself. We need you all, but we must know who you are, what you all can do, want to do, that will bring values and benefit to us, to you, and indeed to the country as a whole. So once the people can see this, the inside of this, then there is no need for them to quarrel. I know you all need to go to find this as your customer, but there's plenty in the market. There's no need for you to tell one another, hey, when I go to that area, you pun pergi sana balik, you propagate, sudahlah bergaduh kat situ. Then you must segmentalize your target as to where to go, what and how to sell to them in all sincerity that it will need. And then also work out how much you reckon the customer can afford to pay you. So if you charge too much, they cannot afford. But if you charge a little, of course you are not making any profit and you rugi, you tahan lah kan. But don't forget, but if you strike a happy medium in terms of cost, you get volumes. When you get volumes, there lies you punya profit. But if you go for quick profit, naturally you want to charge, instead of $20, you charge $50. Of course, if you charge $50, 10 people come, you get 500. Ini tu tak? $500. Whereas if you charge only $20 to reach 500, it takes server ini, kan? But because it is $20 or $10 or $30, it is within the reach of the people or the group or people that you are aiming at, because they can afford it, so they come. So there are more people coming to you, and more people come to you means you get the volume. And if you work out your sums, I think you make more profit than by charging, you know, $50 instead of 30 or $100 instead of 50. Maknanya lah, but how much it is to cost, I leave it to you lah. I'm just giving you an example again of ini. You go for volume. Volume means it must be within the capacity, capability of the people who can pay, who wants to, but they have no money. Okay? They want to because it's good for their children. Tetapi tak ada duit. Macam mana? Minta maaf lah. Kata dia suka, ya, tapi tak ini. Kan? So, okay. So, then lastly, if I can ini add, amongst your group of, ini, taekwondo punya organisation, there are variety of ini, kan? Some have go straight forward for, you know, taekwondo punya tu,
Taos martial arts.
All-style martial arts. You embody all aspect of ini, which is very good. You're bringing them all together, you know. Then you explain to them, you know, by having all this, then you're encouraging ini. The choice is ini. All are good. It's a matter of what individual are inclined to do or fit to do ni. Some bersilat saja yang disuka. Dia suka, okay, let it be. Some suka taekwondo, some to go wushu or whatever it is. Tak apa, asalkan dia masuk itu. Like I said, the population is big. Why are you worried? You know, just because there are many, you takut you tak dapat, you dapat. No. I think if you really put them all into right perspective, then each group of people know, I like this. Another group wants this. So you get all those. So don't worry about that. It's how you sell the value of your organization towards the customer, towards the people, particularly the young ones, particularly the weak ones, to any. Now, talking about weak and young and old and all, don't forget, we do have crimes, you know, of stealing, knocking people, you know, roping people, ragging lah, you know, raping lah, macam-macam. So if you have all this self-defense, into at least you are not completely lost in really fight back, you know, the enemy who tries to rob from you or something like that.
Yes.
So that's another value lah. Okay. So I think I've said all I should, all I know so far.